fat ass mole.
Fat face mole. You better rack off your mole. Dumb mole. Dumb mole.
Dumb mole.
Dumb mole. Shut up, you mole. Shut up, mole. Yeah, you mole. Such a mole. Such a mole. Like a mole.
Woo!
Welcome to Mole
Patrol. What is up? Episode 15.
Very exciting.
Yeah.
This makes us legally allowed to drink and drive in Mexico.
In Mexico. In Mexico. Oh my God.
Latinas know where it's at.
Are you feeling bonita after the Super Bowl this week? This past week?
Everyone has Bad Bunny fever.
Oh my God. I get, and like, because I don't know the words, I'm like, na 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 na
Yeah.
na na.
It's just like his album is just like 12 or 14 Despositos.
Yeah, it's just vowels for me at this point. No, yeah.
Dos Despacito, por favor. Do you know
was
what?
so fun.
Him with the Super Bowl is the antidote to all the horror and the negativity that's been getting pumped out of the United States.
know,
Like
right?
Bad Bunny was like, it was like kind of drinking some Gaviscon.
Yeah, it was like,
Latina Gaviscon.
It actually have you been to Puerto Rico?
No, I haven't.
Oh, I have it. It's amazing. I
Yeah.
love it. I did shows there in 2018
Wow.
and I think 2019 as well. And had one of the worst days of my life in Puerto Rico. But that was not because of Puerto Rico. That was because my...
I was having some personal issues.
yeah, I was supposed to get married 24 hours before, but that didn't happen. So, and then I went to Puerto Rico and everyone's like, and I'm like...
You should email Bad Bunny about your story and see if he'll write a song about you.
I know, right? Just be like, tried to get married in Vegas, didn't happen, and then I went to Puerto Rico and I was like just crying the whole time.
I can't believe your sham Vegas marriage fell apart.
I know.
Elvis is sick, guys. No weddings today.
Hey, Britney Spears' wedding lasted 55 hours, and like in Vegas, and like I couldn't even get married. So
Do you know what I
that's
got an ad for the other day? Actually, you just reminded me of it. There's a metal Britney Spears cover band called Britannica. It's coming to Dublin this month. And I'm in Australia doing shows. I was raging. I'd love to have seen that.
What is it, Britannica?
It's called Britannica, so it's like a Britney Spears Metallica band.
Oh wow! I kind of want to hear that.
Because there's a Nirvana Oasis fusion, Nirvana Elvis fusion band that I've heard of as well. Yeah.
Have you heard the Mexican like reggaeton Michael Jackson band?
No.
Oh my God, Danny! It is amazing. It's I can't remember the name of it now, but there's this guy. I think he's from Mexico, and he does all these like Michael Jackson songs, but in like a salsa, like
No way.
and it is. I put it on at every party, and everyone's like, "This is a vibe," and I'm like, "I know, it's amazing. It's so good."
If you read a lot of recent news stories, Michael Jackson was just set up.
Oh my God!
I don't know what to believe. Everything has gone upside down, inside out. Everything's a lie. I don't believe anything anymore.
Honestly, I have to get
all the
off.
flat earthers were right.
I know. I've started reading books again, Danny, because I was like, I can't turn on my phone. Like, it's so bad.
Yeah, and-
Pizzagate was real. Who would have thought?
My mate told me Pizzagate was real 10 years ago,
Yeah.
and he's a bit conspiracy inclined, conspiracy adjacent, shall we say. And I took it with a fairly heavy-handed pinch of salt, and he was 100% right about everything.
Isn't it crazy? I was just watching a documentary on the plane about it, and I was like, oh, like, I mean, obviously, and you know, everyone was like Hillary Clinton wasn't part of it, but maybe she was. Like,
I don't trust anyone. Like, if you're an elite, know this. No trust here.
yeah, and I think like
Bill Gates, the absolute dirtbag, getting an STI and then like giving it to his wife and trying to give her a secret jab to get rid of it.
Isn't that awful?
Come on.
Like, that is like, I think up there with one of. But I mean, these tech bros are
He
like.
did that and he invented Teams. That's 2 marks for me.
Yeah, right. Fucking Russian. Was it Russian hookers or something? Yeah, the Russian
Who knows?
prostitute.
Yeah,
oh
but
my God.
they were definitely sex workers. Yeah.
I mean, I think the world has gone mad, and I think that's seeping into the rest of the world and how we are. And I think this brings us to our like theme of the podcast today, which is airport moles.
Yeah.
Like, and I know on this podcast we love to talk about travel because we do travel a lot,
Yeah.
and I just have taken a flight to be here this morning, and
It makes sense as well though, because like I think you see the worst behavior. Like, I very rarely see good behavior at an airport from anybody, from the customers, from staff. And everything looks good on paper. You're like, I can't wait for this trip, or it's only a transfer. It's only an hour and a half in between, and then you're in Dubai, like running like full pelt, trying to make your flight, and then if you don't, you just have to stay there for an extra 48 hours.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Recently, my boyfriend got it for me. It was lounge access. It's like for a bunch of like lounges, like Priority Pass and this kind of stuff. And yeah, it sounds amazing because I was like, yes, I can just go into the lounge and like just forget about the world and like all this sort of stuff. However, that is only okay in some countries and some airports in the world because now everyone has an Amex, everyone has lounge access.
And you can do it on Revolut as well.
Oh, yeah.
You can just pay 28 quid, I think it is, on your Revolut.
It is. The airport lounges now are hostile environments.
People fighting over cheese cubes.
Oh, and like it's the worst food possible as well.
Gross.
Like it's just like slop, like camp school
and
food.
It's like soft drinks, yogurts.
No, but yogurts without a cover, just open bacteria, just adding into that. Like enough probiotics, and that yogurt is going to help you get through that airport lounge. Fucking yogurt.
I wonder are they going to like, you know, we're just going to get into pill form. You just queue up, and it's just loads of vitamins. Because I think that's what you're going to need to survive flights now. Because like getting sick is so regular.
Oh, I've started
on flights.
I'm wearing masks again, and everyone's looking at me so weirdly. Even the flight attendants, they're like. And I'm like.
But everyone's sick, especially if you fly around winter.
Oh my god! I was on a flight the other day, and this guy was like hocking up a lung,
stop.
and I'm just like putting on my mask. I'm like trying to do it even more, and I was like, really, like.
If you hock like that in public, you should be allowed to go over to someone and just give them a quick throat jab and go, "That's one."
Where was I? Oh no, I was at the theatre the other day, and because I went and saw this I went to the theatre in London.
I am Culture, Mo.
Yeah, I'm Culture, and it was like this one woman show by Cynthia Erivo, the woman from like Wicked, right?
Oh,
and it's amazing, like amazing show, like and it's like one of the premiere like performances, and there's this person, and it's very quiet in a lot of the moments, and there's this guy just like hawking up, like
go get some water.
Yeah, but they can't because they're right in the middle of the fucking.
Or do you know what drives me mental? And Irish lads, I don't know if like your dad does this or anything in Australia. Irish men, particularly over 50, love the loudest nose blow, and they have nowhere, and they're like, and then they're like, and then they reset, and I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
what's happening?
No, my dad does that thing like before he goes, he's like. What is it with men? You're going to start doing it. When are you going to start doing it?
When I worked in social care, I used to work in a homeless service, and we had signs up, right, that literally said, please stop, do not spit in the courtyard because it can actually cause diseases, which is true.
Yeah.
Because there was like a lot of people living in a confined space, we had to put signs up to stop people hocking and spitting on the ground.
Yeah.
That's going to have to be universally introduced across everywhere, particularly Dublin City. Yeah. Everyone's always spitting at hock, and it's manky.
That's so good.
The Chinese love it as well. The Chinese are the final boss of hock spitting.
It's pretty. I mean,
Vietnam as well.
My friend went to China once, and they were just like, it's like spitting. It's like that, like that.
They'll
like
do
that.
a snot rocket. That's okay in a football pitch, but like on the ground,
aim, like to do that, like that's. Because like sometimes
to do that without a tissue, honestly, commands respect. Because it's a high risk activity.
What did it like one of my friends? I think it was in China or like somewhere, and she went, and I don't want to say the country because I don't want to get like people to get angry at me. But it was and like they just held their baby like out like on the street, and the baby was just like like diarrhea, just like
my Christ. I saw a horrific video. I'm sorry for lowering the tone to any listeners. I saw, this is how messed up America is at the moment. I saw a clip earlier, and it wasn't even the worst thing I've seen in the last 24 hours. But basically, this woman got arrested in the States. You can Google this. Yeah. And basically, a car was behind her, and she was obviously seriously mentally ill. And I don't blame anyone in America for being mentally ill with the state of America right now. But just the way this whole thing happened. So she was there. She accused the car behind her of following her. They didn't drive up behind her. It was in suburbia. It wasn't like on a motorway. She had a meltdown. They're like, they're chasing me. They weren't. You know what I mean? Yeah. So they were like, she stops and gets out of the car. And I thought she was going to like hit the windscreen or whatever or kick the car. She turns around. She's in a dress. Shits on the bonnet, like the worst diarrhea I've ever seen, and then just goes back to her car. It's like, that's what you get. And the other woman's like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? And it was just like a perfect diarrhea. Like she just like a skunk on the front. I've never seen anything like it.
Do you know what?
This is 2026.
Like, maybe that's not like mentally ill. That's just being like road rage. Like road
that's
rage.
what road rage has evolved to.
Wow.
Like one of those dinosaurs that like spit the acid.
But this is what I mean. Like, I feel like this chaoticness in the world is just like seeping down into people. And like, I've been becoming like way more like angry like at like things lately, just because I think I've just been online too much, and like
it's hard to be chill in 2026.
Yeah,
it really is.
It's crazy. Like, and I was just in Scandinavia. I was doing shows in Sweden and Denmark, and I know Denmark's not in Scandinavia. I know, like, but you know, I was up north.
Vikings are after you.
Yeah, no, they get really angry if you say
yeah.
like Scandinavia to Danish people. And so I was doing a show in Stockholm, and my audiences are very like, you know, my audiences, they're very lovely, like mostly women.
Stockholm is Sweden is a tough gig audience wise as well. Like the Scandinavians are very polite.
You know, well, they're polite, but like Gothenburg is fine. Gothenburg is super fun. Melbourne is super fun. Stockholm is a little bit more like, I would say, you know, like sometimes you go to like the capital cities and they're a little bit more like snobby about stuff.
I found Oslo to be quite hard work when I was there.
Oslo's hard work too. Yeah, I mean, even the venues, like, don't get me started. Like, but I've just blacklisted Oslo now. I think like I have cities and places where I just won't go, and Oslo is one of them.
Pokemon Go was like massive when I did shows there years ago, and then I realized they were just using it to mine people's data. And like I watched all these families and stuff, and now you're just like, they were basically being used as a human experiment to like mine data and geographically basically.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that, like, I don't know, the Scandinavian, like, but everything works there, right? Like every flight was on time. It was like, you know, it's beautiful. Everything's grey and blue. Like it's clean. Like you just kind of like, and like the airport train in Stockholm was 2 minutes delayed, and they're like, we really apologize for the 2-minute delay. And I was like, tell this to fucking Ryanair, would you?
Yeah,
like
stuff, yeah.
And so I was doing the show in Stockholm, and I was talking, like, I do crowd work. Also, now's a weird time to be asking people where they're from, right? Like, you know, in crowd work.
Yeah.
And so I asked this girl, and she was from Russia. She was like sitting next to her friend who was from Armenia. And I was like, oh, the band's back together. Like, it's nice. And like, we were all like joking, and I was talking to her. And then this guy behind her who, like, halfway through the show, this is also where I'm talking about those like poo toilets, like in Germany.
Sure,
like,
yeah.
like great time to heckle. And he just goes, fuck Russia. Like, just yells it. And I'm like,
wow.
In the middle of like basically a poo joke. And
also,
I'm like,
that's inside thoughts, Chief.
Yeah. And then
keep that in your brain. Like, you don't have to verbalize that.
But my brain didn't compute it. And I was like, sorry, what did you say? And he's like, fuck Russia. And like, this girl's like right here. And I was like, nah, mate. Like, you can't.
No way, you prick.
And I like shut him down, and then it was fine. But I thought he was really drunk.
Yeah.
And then anyway, halfway through the show, like about 10 minutes later, like the Armenian girl got up and walked out, got the manager, and she's like, and then the manager came in and got it. And this is also in the front row, like they're going through the stage. And he was like, he didn't think he did anything wrong. He was like, you know, and then he was also angry that I didn't say my political views on stage.
That's not what you're there for.
Right. And I'm like, and that's what I said to the manager. I'm like, I'm not a political comedian. Like, I don't do this stuff. Like, I've done political satire in the past, and I don't find it fun anymore.
Yeah, it's not
like,
my buzz either. I just want to have a good time.
Right. Like, that's like, and there's enough, like, you know, you scroll online, like this kind of stuff. And then also, like, the Russian woman and her friend were like basically like in tears by the end of the show. And I'm like, this is like, they just were like, it was just awful, you know, and I'm just trying to
like
keep
a
it
bad
light.
therapy session.
Yeah. And I'm just keeping it light. But then, and he was just like so adamant. He's like, he did the right thing. He's like, no, like what they've done to Ukraine and all this sort of stuff.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
You can't blame a person from the country.
Right.
Like the IRA did tons of atrocities, but like Irish people don't get much, like a little bit in England, which is fair enough, to be honest with you. But like, do you know what I mean? You don't get hammered with that.
Do you know what I watched the other day? A documentary on like the IRA, and like how like the guy from Belfast was never allowed to like speak on the BBC, so they used to get people to come in and dub the voice.
Yeah, it was like, amazing.
I was like, that's amazing.
Yeah,
like that, but that was just so wild. There was
the show I did last night in my club in town. This is kind of how weird geopolitics has kind of changed the world. There was a couple of Americans sitting at the front, and they were young, and I just feel really sorry for Americans because they've just had such a difficult time, particularly the 20% of Americans who have passports and have travel. Like, they didn't sign up for any of this. They're just trying to live. But there was a girl from Afghanistan, and like that's kind of unique, particularly in Dublin. Like, we don't get a lot of people in from Afghanistan. She was really cool, but there was no reaction to her being from Afghanistan, and there was with the Americans. Isn't that insane?
Yeah.
That's how much the world has changed in the last like 6 months. That because Afghanistan, you're like, okay, yeah, fine, but like America, everyone's like, oh Jesus, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like
It's
kind
wild.
of it is wild, and it's like it's funny how like when you do different shows and how like, you know, even pre-COVID, if you would ask someone like, you know, where are you from or whatever,
Yeah.
it was just not even a political statement. Like,
Yeah.
and I've had Palestinians in my shows, I've had
Yeah.
Israelis in my show, and you just feel the whole audience kind of tense up, or you know when
It's because it's all everyone sees all day, every day.
yeah, right.
You
and
know?
like this is it, and like even Americans now, like you'll like talk to Americans, and then you can sort of feel people are like, you know.
Do you know what honestly, I'm very conscious of that. And one thing I've started doing, I always say, are there Americans in, particularly if I'm
Yeah,
hosting?
yeah.
And the first thing I say is, if you need to hide out in Ireland till everything dies down,
Yeah.
you're welcome here. And I just make a joke about
Yeah,
them scanning
yeah.
a receipt at the airport from Lidl to get them through passport control, or, you know,
Yeah,
little things
yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Because I want them to feel at ease. Like, I don't want them to feel like shit
But that's
because
it.
of their
The same
president.
with, same with Russia. Like, you know, I had this, like, and I've never had that, like, you know, in any of my shows. And again, I don't really do, like, a lot of club sets where I think a lot of people can, you know, like, be like, I want to heckle you and, all this kind of stuff.
Come at me, bro.
And also, like, this woman had moved to Sweden, like, before the war started, like, all this sort of stuff. Like, which it just was like, okay, like, you, like, one person is not the representative of the political party
I
that's
always
in power.
find it mad as well that if white people move abroad, they're expats, and if
Yeah,
other
yeah,
people
yeah.
move to other countries, they're immigrants. It's the
yeah.
exact same.
I just say now, like I just say immigrants. I don't even say expats. Like
Yeah.
I'm just like, yeah, like if you immigrate, like
Yeah,
immigrate to
you
a country,
immigrated,
like,
you're
yeah.
an immigrant.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
weird though, the connotation with it, isn't it? Like,
It's yeah, it is.
no
It's
one
kind
ever
of,
says those expats coming over here.
True, yeah.
They
But I
might say
think-
gringos.
I think it depends on the country though, because
Yeah.
like Australia, like everyone's an immigrant because we all
Yeah.
have like come from something. So I
but
think
not
like
those ones. It's insane,
yeah, but
really.
I don't think expats exist in Australia. Like I don't think I would
no,
ever say it about
they
anyone.
say the Irish, or they call the English Poms or whatever.
Yeah, the
you know.
Poms are here. But even that, we have a derogatory term for like the Poms, really,
Yeah.
like in that kind of way. Irish, not yet, but we'll get there.
I'd say maybe maybe just Paddies. I think.
Did you see that? Did you see that video of the Irish guy and the Aussie guy trying to have this conversation on like the mining fields? Like,
Oh, yeah, it was
like,
insane.
Yeah, and he's like, I can't understand you speak English.
You know that apparently, correct me if I'm wrong, any Australian listeners, but the reason the Australian accent is so kind of strong is that Irish immigrants had a huge part in that
Yeah,
back in the
yeah.
day, because they would get so drunk because they were left out so isolated and they're so far from home, and a lot of alcoholism that they probably brought with them from Ireland, from
Yeah, I
generational
mean-
trauma, from like the famine and all that. But then like hammered Irish people
Yeah,
were
yeah.
like the inception of the Australian accents. Irish lads like, "Wah, wah, wah," and then it kind of.
Yeah, I think also there's a saying as well, because there's so many flies as well in Australia, so you don't like Aussies don't open their mouth. They're like, yeah, how's it going? Yeah, it's all right.
I never
yeah,
thought
no."
about that.
So that's
Classy mouth, you catching flies.
Yeah,
That's a real
exactly.
thing.
Yeah, that's a real thing,
Wow.
and I think obviously as well, like the drunkenness of it as well.
Drunkenness plus fly catchers equals Aussie accent.
And also because a lot of it was like, there's a really fascinating book that I read about like the history of Australia, which is brutal and horrible, but also very interesting. And they talk about like when they brought all the Irish out to Australia, that they brought out like just like boatloads of male prisoners, and
Yeah.
then all the male prisoners started fucking each other and sodomizing each other, and so they were like,
Sodomizing is such an awful word.
isn't it? It's horrible. Like,
Sodomizing really sounds like sodomy.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I just like.
There's something about the word as well. I don't
Yeah.
know because if we know the connotation of
Yeah.
it, but or the meaning of it. But I think, and so then they were like really worried because like all these like men were just like fucking each other. So then they were like, okay, and so they just brought over two boatloads of like Irish prostitutes, like who were in prisons here, and they brought them out, and then
We
yeah.
were one of the biggest red light districts here in Dublin, right?
Yeah.
And a lane called Montague, a lane, not Elaine, like a lane.
I was gonna say it's
called Montague. It's called Montague Lane. Really famous in Dublin. And there's a really famous song called "Take Her Up to Monto" by the Dubliners. But it's about the red light district. I didn't know that for years because
Oh,
we
wow.
all used to sing it. You know,
Yeah,
we were at
yeah, yeah.
matches or anything like that. But yeah, we were like the biggest hub because everyone would come from America, Canada, like Newfoundland. They would stop in Dublin before they would do the final bit of the journey. So they would
Right.
really like you're after surviving crossing the Atlantic for like
Yeah,
3.5, 4
yeah.
weeks or whatever it may be, and then you get to Ireland. Actually, probably would have been months back then. But yeah, Montague Street. Now this
Wow.
before we were like super Catholic and all that. But apparently, like Montague Street was like the Amsterdam of Europe.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. Well, they would have all made it back to God. Because if it was illegal, or maybe when they first like the Catholics came in and then like they sent them
Montague
to,
Street to Perth.
yeah.
one way one-way ticket.
It's a long and that was before the Suez Canal would have been done as well. Like I think when was it? The Suez Canal was I think the early 1900s maybe. So like when they came out in 1788, they would have had to go like down around Africa and then like all that kind of way. Yeah.
Imagine surviving that.
I mean, that's crazy.
I don't even like getting the car ferry to Scotland.
Well, my nonna came out on a boat in 19... So did my grandfather.
How many months did it take them to come from Italy?
6 weeks on a boat.
6 weeks on a boat.
So they left from Naples, they went through the Suez Canal.
And no stops.
And they stopped in Colombo in Sri Lanka.
Wow.
So Colombo, Sri Lanka was also... And I have a diary from my uncle that he started from the day he left Naples.
No way.
To
6
Australia.
weeks? What else are you going to do? He's not going to doom scroll on Instagram.
Right. He was 18 and so then he kept a diary like from that and it's very interesting. And they talk about like going to Colombo, like they weren't allowed off the boat, but they could see, all the boats would come up to them and like sell bananas and like all this sort of stuff. Really cool. And then he writes about the first time he sees the sunrise of Australia, like coming up over like Perth and stuff. And yeah, it's really, really kind of cool.
That's class.
But 6 weeks, and I think about that every time I take a 24-hour flight.
Yeah,
to, like,
do you know
Europe.
what? We've no business like moaning about our first world problems when you look at what happened. Like,
I know.
But frustration is warranted as well.
It is warranted when you take Ryanair flights and oh my God, so they've got this. This is what I want to talk
We've
about.
We've both
today.
fallen foul of the Irish airline. I got a 60 quid fine because my bag was 6 inches above the new red line. The new red line on the baggage thing that they've just put in.
This is so bad. And like I had the same thing. I paid for my extra bag because you do that. I'm like, okay, I don't want to get in like trouble. But now they're starting to measure the carry-on luggage and like to make it fit.
I think they're getting welders in overnight to change the shape of the box.
I was so pissed off. Like I was like, because I'd already, and then I had to pay 60 quid. And after that, I was like, I'm not flying Ryanair again. I don't care how much I have to pay. I'm not paying. A
sound tech at my venue actually a couple of weeks ago was telling me I was talking about this, and I'd just done shows in Prague and I got fined, and it was just really annoying.
It just set you up for the day. Where
I had to carry my laptop on my lap and then watch my laptop bag get put underneath. And I took a picture of it and I was just like, hello, I'm just watching a laptop bag go in underneath when I could have put it there. And I said, can I not just put it at my feet? And she's like, no. And then was like, and then I was like, this, I swore I wasn't in great form. It was early in the morning. I was pissed off. She goes, if you swear again, you're not flying. Then I took a picture of the bag tag to make sure they didn't lose it because I don't trust them with anything. And she's like, you better not be videoing this.
You sent me, I was like, I think you sent me a video of the bag just slowly going up.
Yeah. And it was just mine. Just mine.
It's horrible. And now actually in the British airports, they've done this thing where, so you used to now like you can take as much liquid as you want through. So a lot of people like
2 liters of milk.
Which is fine, but I brought through my water bottle and it was like 3/4 full and I was like, oh, that's fine. Like it'll just, they have these new scanners.
It has to be sealed.
I don't know, but then I put no because like you have face creams, all this sort of stuff. So it goes through and he's like, he's like, oh yeah, you can't take the water, you have to drink it. And I was like, oh, can't you just tip it out? He's like, no, you have to drink it. What? So I stood there with my sippy bottle
stop. But also like, what's the difference in 2 liters? See, this is why I don't trust anything because every time I go, it changes.
Exactly. And so I literally stood there and these poor guys behind me were like waiting and I'm like...
You just have to tell everyone that you're like some sort of dominatrix and you have to pee on a client.
And I just looked at him in the eyes and I'm like...
Like a toddler. Do you ever see a kid when they're drinking a juice and they're like, and then they do that thing where they go... You should just do that.
No, I did. I was like, because it was so cold water as well. So I was like getting a headache.
Getting that like that cold burn.
And these people behind me are like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I'm like, he won't let me, like, he won't pour it out. I have to literally suck it back.
I was paranoid actually about kind of looking like an ICE agent or something, right? Because I got this like new eye mask thing and I usually pull a buff up because I didn't want to keep getting sick on flights. Like, I get you with the mask. Like, it's not like, and also if you're sick, I just don't want to get sick. It's nothing to do with, I'm not
because
like...
It's our livelihood, Danny. Yeah, like if that's what happened to me.
If you're sick, the shows are shit. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then, but anyway, I had an eye mask on, and then I had a hood up, and then I had a buff up as well. And I was like, shit, man, I look like some sort of like demented immigration agent. But I just don't want to be spoken to. I don't want to talk to anyone. I want to go into my cave and just like disappear.
But do you know what? This is why I'm really enjoying wearing a mask again as well because like I just put it on and I'm like because it doesn't matter what I look
people
like.
Don't like me. I don't
and then I
talk
put
to them
the
anyway.
eye mask on and then I had my hoodie on and I was just like I'm in heaven. I'm not on a
like
Ryanair
a character
flight.
from Halo.
like noise cancelling headphones. I'm like, I'm not on a Ryanair flight. I'm not on a Ryanair flight. But my back tells me I'm on a fucking Ryanair flight. I was like, ugh.
You're there like trying to smell like the scent, like of another airline that's like more upmarket. Like, you know what I mean? Like you're just there like
just get some candles from like the duty free and be like, I'm in Tahiti. I'm in Tahiti.
Get like one of stick from like some really expensive aftershave or something. Give yourself a little little bump up each nostril. Smells like wealth. That's actually a good idea. Do you ever see like people like who are like trying to do extreme dieting and they'll smell chicken and then they'll eat lettuce? Do you ever see that thing?
Oh yeah, like my mum used to do this with dieting. She used to get like double fat cream because she loves cream and like fat, and so she would get. I would see her
Stop eating your cream and fat, Mum. Which means she loves cream.
No,
and
no,
fat.
but
She eating
like,
lard.
like fat cream, like, you know, really like
Yeah.
like 10% or I don't know, 20,
That's
whatever.
so Italian.
It's so Italian. And she, like, I remember seeing as a kid, I'd walk into the kitchen and I'd look at her and she's like, and she'd be like, what? And I'm like, what are you doing? And she's like, I'm just tasting the cream. And then she's like swirling the cream in her mouth, like, and then she just spit it out in the bin.
Like a sommelier. A sommelier. That's one of the funniest things I've ever heard. I'm gonna start doing that, like with like butter or something, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, just to get the taste.
I'm doing keto at the moment, so I'm doing like butter's technically keto. So if I don't swallow it, like, so I just feel like it's like gargling butter, just like
That was about, she was like,
spit it all over popcorn.
just into the bin. And I remember seeing her one day. I'm like, what are you doing? I was like, oh man, because dieting culture in the 70s was like wild.
Oh, there was that insane diet where it's like have a coffee and a cigarette and 2 glasses of white wine.
My mum's done all of them. She's done the grapefruit diet, the soup diet. Like,
have you done any of them that have been effective?
Yeah, I did one years ago, which was like, which I think kickstarted my anorexia, but it was like, sorry, I shouldn't laugh at that, but it was. And I lost like 5 kilos in 14 days, which was like basically, and it was no carbs basically. It was just
I'm
like,
kind of doing that right now. I'm
it was
doing
just high
keto at the moment.
protein and like green veggies.
That's
like,
what I'm doing.
And I had to drink 2 liters of cranberry juice every day.
Did you have cystitis?
No, it was just, but you had to drink it like in the morning, like an 8-ounce glass of cranberry juice with flax seeds in it.
Oh, wow.
And then you drink that, and then it was literally, and I was so hungry all the time.
I follow a couple of nutritionists, and after I finish this keto things, I can't eat sugar or fruit or anything like that. Some blueberries I think are all right, but I saw this guy apparently eating kiwi fruit before you go to bed is really good for you and it helps you sleep.
I heard this, and I tried it the other day.
Did it
and
work?
didn't
No.
work, so.
You're still doom scrolling.
What is the message of this
Doom
this
scrolling
podcast?
about Pizzagate till 3 a.m. And kiwis are gross as well. Like they feel like little hairy ball sacks.
No, have you ever met someone that bites into it like
One of my old housemates did that, and now I do that because I couldn't be arsed. I cut them in quarters. But I remember, and I love this guy. His name is Anthony Pine. Shout out, Anto. But I remember just talking to him one day, and he just this is like 12, 13 years ago, and he just bit straight into it and kept talking. And I was like, I'm sorry, what?
Are you going to address this?
Excuse me? I was like, can we just talk about what's just happened here? And then I was like, well, why can't you do that? But yeah, I was horrified.
It tastes. It feels
awful.
like a hairy
It's
ball.
like
I
eating a
just
sticker.
can't. You know, yeah. Or it's like that thing where you get the shivers because it's just like, I don't know.
Yeah,
like,
it gives me that. Oh, yeah,
like
yeah.
the nails down the blackboard kind of vibe.
Dude, I used to get this all the time. I don't know what happened to me when I was younger, but like I used to get a weird shiver. It's called a peegasm, right? When I was, particularly if I was drinking or anything like that, or if you were taking Class A drugs, apparently. But like you'd pee, right? And I remember when I was in my 20s, say I was out having pints with the lads.
Yeah.
I'd go into a pub and it'd be a urinal or whatever, and I'd pee.
Yeah.
I used to get this really, it was always my 20s, like I'd pee and at the end of it I'd go, and I'd get this like really bad shiver. And then I said it to my mate and he's like, yeah, it's a peegasm. That's just what happens. And I was like, what? And then it just kind of disappeared after my 30s.
Do I think about
If you're in your 20s and you suffer from a peegasm, please get in touch via DM and tell us about the conditions.
I think yeah. It's no, for me, I kind of know that feeling. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe it's different. Like
I understand if it's cold or if you really needed a pee.
Yeah, but also I heard that apparently men and women feel like when they need to pee, they feel it in a different part of their body. So like apparently like men feel it in their penis and women feel it in their bladder that they need to go. Is that
When
true?
I really need to pee, I feel it everywhere. I'm just literally like,
okay.
yeah.
I mean, I don't know. But then
'cause
again,
I've been
this
driving.
is another thing I read on the internet. So
Yeah, I was going to get one of those. I kept getting it. This is so weird. Like, obviously my phone is listening to me, but I got an ad on Instagram recently for like this jug that like truckers use to pee so you can pee while you're driving.
like a catheter bucket.
Yeah,
like
so
that.
it's like a fleshlight for peeing in, but like it's at a weird angle. And I'm like, if I did that, I 1000% would spill half a bucket of piss all over my car. Like, there's no way.
Have you seen the women's one?
Yeah, they're horrific. Yeah. Is that the one
For the
that's like
festivals. Yeah.
the shiwis?
Yeah, the
Hang on.
shiwis.
So there's one with a tube. So like with a lot of Irish girls, like my female mates and cousins and stuff, they do like
Yuck.
circle of trust.
Yeah.
So what they'll do is they'll open like their raincoats in a circle, like a kind of a seance. Do you get what I mean?
Like a witch's circle.
Kind of protect them, and then
Yeah.
they're like just like fucking horse pissing into the ground, like, but everyone can kind of see through their legs, like, do you know what I mean? Like, I know they're protecting them from, like, seeing in.
I mean, we've all done it at a festival. Men, like, have it a bit easier, I think. Like,
It
but
just
women,
reminds
it's
me
like,
so much of
because
some...
you're just, like, at the top and you just, like, see you later, bye, and you go down.
A lot of Aussie lads I knew years ago when I was backpacking over there, when they used to go to festivals, they would just wear their board shorts, they would just pee themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, and most of them were either wearing thongs, flip-flops, or else they would just be barefoot, so they just wouldn't care, and then they just give themselves a rinse with a bit of water.
For the most part, they're probably on so much drugs that, like, it's like,
Yeah,
you don't
it's
even
kind of
think
like
about
horses, though, you know what I mean? Just trotting, and then they just kind of go and then keep moving.
True. I think, I don't know. I used to do that all the time at, like, festivals where I'd just be like, okay, guys, I need to pee, just get around me, and you just do it, and you're like, someone 100% can see my, like, fucking hole right now. Anyway, so I brought you back a little present from from Sweden, yeah.
This is not keto, but for the podcast, I'm going to sacrifice.
Smell that. It smells like.
Oh my god! Oh my god! It actually smells like chemically drugs.
Andreas, you sure you don't want to do one? This is like
has notes of ketamine.
No, it's actually got ammonium chloride in it, which is a ingredient in rocket fuel.
Oh, perfect.
And basically, I have a bowl for you because I definitely.
Okay, so I'm gonna taste these.
These are not.
All right. Sorry, I hate that bowl. Just break it.
You don't have like.
My ex gave me that, and I shouldn't.
All right, so you just have to try this. This is salted licorice.
Oh God, it looks like some kind of fossil, like pulled off a shipwreck.
It's pretty. Do you know what I actually thought it looked like? It was like coconut, like a coconut
I
rough.
don't know. All right, let's go.
Go.
Oh my God.
That was a really salty one too.
I was like, it's like pulling a chunk off like a salt cave. How do people eat this for pleasure? It's so...
Just doused in petrol, that's what it was.
It's like 15 teaspoons of salt.
Yeah.
My mouth is like running on the inside.
But do you get that like that ammonium like rocket fuel kind of feel?
If you had a sore throat or anything like that, that's getting rid of it. That would get rid of strep.
I love it on the back, avoiding making sense since 2014.
That is absolutely...
Salted licorice.
If you give that to a kid or something, it'd be game over.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is like, it's not meant to be that like salty. Like this one is just like for them to like... Fuck with you.
I can't believe people sell that as a pleasure product.
I know. But these is like Scandinavians, man. They're on a different level.
Yeah, it's because their mouths are numbed out from all the snooze. I can't. Well, into my spittoon. Jesus! The aftershock from that is even worse.
Yeah,
it's like
I think if I get like a fire, like then just set it off, it'd be like.
If I was breathalyzed now, I reckon I'd blow over. You know what I mean?
Where's your keto machine?
It's so gross and licoricey.
Yeah.
If you kiss someone after that, like that would be like a biological attack.
Yeah.
Ugh. I don't mind a bit of salt or a bit of extreme flavors, but that is...
It's pretty fat. Oh, yuck.
That's gross. It looks like the inside of a lung on a packet of cigarettes to stop people smoking.
It looks like the diarrhea that woman left on the car. I think that's what it is. That's it for this episode, moles.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. Keep an eye on our social media as well. We have some epic live shows coming up around Europe and a few other places as well.
Yeah, can't wait. I'll see you guys on the next episode.
Peace out, moles.
Mole.
Fat face moles. You better rack off your mole.
Dumb mole. Dumb mole. Dumb mole. Dumb mole.